is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to the Mindflash and Yammer webinar. This webinar will be recorded and you will receive the link tomorrow. We have two presenters today, Natalie Baryla and Randhir Vieira. Natalie is a training specialist at Yammer and Randhir Vieira is Vice President of Product and Marketing at Mindflash. In our agenda today, Natalie will cover how Yammer uses Mindflash for customer training. Natalie will talk about what Yammer does and what their needs were and how Mindflash helped to meet those needs. Randhir will then talk about how you can use Mindflash and Yammer together and cover some tips and tricks on making that experience more seamless. And we will have some time at the end for questions. Natalie, over to you.
Thanks, Randhir. So Yammer, for those of you who are not familiar with it, we are an enterprise social network. Yammer launched in 2008, and since then we have had over 200,000 companies, including over 85% of the Fortune 500 using Yammer. Last year as well, we were purchased by Microsoft for $1.2 billion. So the enterprise social networking the enterprise social networking world is not really a little world anymore. When we launched in 2008, we were the first enterprise social network out there. And a lot of people didn't know what to do with us. In the past few years, we've really identified 4 areas that Yammer helps with. The first is team collaboration. So what this means is helping your team get things done, share meeting notes, agendas. And if anything you do with your team today, it really helps kind of virtualize that. The next step was to empower employees. Yammer helps give employees a voice, and it helps drive employee engagement. Employees feel connected when they're using Yammer, connected to the organization because they're getting updates from all over the organization and connected to each other as well. Driving business agility is another thing that Yammer helps with. So using Yammer as kind of a social intranet to help you share ideas, post content, and transform your intranet from static content to more dynamic conversations and different types of content. And finally, Yammer helps connect the organization. And this is twofold. The first is connecting the organization to each other. So it breaks down the barriers of the hierarchical nature of email and allows you to contact everyone from your organization no matter where they sit, whether it's an office on the west coast of the US to London to Australia. It really helps connect the entire organization. The second part of that is also connecting the organization to the applications. Yammer has over 30 different application partners that you can see when logged into Yammer by clicking apps in the upper right-hand corner. Typically, if you think of this from the terms of a sales team, you're sitting in a customer relationship management tool. And usually that CRM tool, as we like to call it, it's really just for those salespeople, maybe some from marketing, maybe some from post-sales, but not connecting the entire organization. With Yammer, you can integrate those types of tools and have those kinds of activities show up in Yammer, and have those conversations from Yammer show up in those tools to help kind of spread those connections as well. It's really there to make work real time, add that social layer, that personal layer to work. And we also have mobile apps that you can use to take Yammer on the go. Next slide, thanks. So when we were looking for a tool to use for our programs, we were looking at something that we can use that would really be the perfect social learning tool. At Yammer, people typically say they like to eat their own dog food. We like to say we drink our own champagne. So we are heavy users of Yammer, and we think of everything in the social context. So we needed something that would help supplement a social learning program. And within that, there was a few key challenges that we needed to deal with. The first was having to do with onboarding. Back in, let's say, like 2010 to 2012, we were hiring at an incredible rate. We were onboarding people from all over the world, and we needed an easy way to help the onboarding program. And not only onboarding on day one, but pre-boarding. We were able to set up an external Yammer network that would let in people who were set up to start working at Yammer on a certain day. And through that, they could go through, we wanted them to be able to go through different modules, different training on company culture, maybe some stuff to prep them for day one, all those kinds of things. We needed a way to track that as well. The next issue we had was that we're a global organization. Being in the cloud allows anybody to sign up, no matter where they're sitting, and join. So within the first day Yammer launched, we had customers in Australia, in London, and all over the US and all over the world. We're now in so many countries that it's hard to even keep track of. But just in a general sense, with the organization itself, we have an office in San Francisco, an office in New York. We have field sales people, field people all over the US. We also have a pretty big size London office, and then we have a few people with their feet on the ground in Australia. So we're wondering how to best kind of onboard people from all over the world and be able to connect them. So even if their day one was in the Australia office, they were able to connect to the people who had their day one in the London or the UK or the US offices. So we needed something that would easily work across those different geographies. Another issue that we had was our rapid pace of innovation and development. First thing is we do a lot of heavy product training because, like I said, we drink our own champagne. So we need people to get the product down in day one, not only to sell it, not only to talk about it, not only to build it, but to use it in their day-to-day. And with our product, we release on a weekly basis. So there's something changing every single week. We needed a tool to make it easy to update not only the people about these changes, but also update our content and easily release that out to others. We're also, like I said, we were hiring at a rapid rate, and our organization was also changing. I had started back in February of 2010, and there was 35 people. By the end of 2012, we were at 450 people. So not only was our organization growing, it was changing at a rapid rate. So we'd have new management come in, teams were being formed. It was crazy. So how do you get everybody aligned and connected? So we needed something to support our quick release cycle, our quick hiring cycle. Throughout the years, our training needs have also shifted a little bit. So our case study is a lot different from the year ago that it was written. We are no longer focusing solely on onboarding. Our team has transformed into the YES team, which is Yammer Education Services. So we provide webinars, we provide certification programs, and on-site training as well to our customers. So we needed something that would support our global customer base for these certification programs that we were going to hold online. We also needed something to support pre-work for live classes. And our customer success team also needed an easy way to educate their customers on how to best roll out Yammer. So these customer needs were really helped kind of bring about a new way of using Mindflash internally. It switched from just the onboarding initial training to more of a customer focus. So we can go to the next slide. When we were looking for the tool, we had a few things in mind. The first was something easy to use. We didn't have tons of time to spend on learning a new tool. Some of our team is really small, so we needed something that was really quick. We also wanted something specifically in the cloud because we wanted to be able to access it no matter where we were, no matter what computer we were using, what we were doing. We wanted setup and registration to be fairly simple. We had all this existing content, and we needed a way to really transform it and make it all come together in a very quick format. We also needed a way for our participants to be able to register really easy. Like I mentioned before, our innovation cycle, our release cycle is really fast. So we needed something that we could maintain really easily, switch out a slide here or there, update a video, do something really quickly to keep everything up to date. Blended learning is really important as well. So for everybody in L&D, you've heard it over and over again. Even if you're not in L&D, you've heard it countless times. People don't learn the same. Some people learn by listening. Some people learn by seeing. Some people learn by reading. Some people learn by doing. So we really needed something to support our different types of format that would support these different learning styles. Also, like I said, we are big into social learning. We have an enterprise social network, so we're going to use it for that social learning aspect. But we also wanted a way to use social learning in our formalized learning activities. So actually, midway through maybe one of the online classes, you stop and you go into Yammer and you complete a couple exercises within Yammer, and then you come back. That way, people can learn from each other. We also, when we were looking at the customer training program and using Mindflash for that, it was actually perfect timing as the Yammer integration had come out. So this was really what was the tipping point for us. We need a way to register people really easily. If we already have them in a Yammer group that we've created for the course and for the social learning exercises within that course, we wanted a way to easily push them back and forth. And also, people always forget logins and things like that, so we wanted something that would just easily tag into their login in Yammer. So if you can go to the next slide, Randhir. Thank you. So what we have seen so far is something that supports a truly social learning program. It's supporting over 1,000 customers today with them completing courses every day. We also have 4 global certification programs that launched less than a year ago, and they now have over 200 people participating in those certification programs. And we only use Mindflash and Yammer to run those certification programs, which is really great. Our existing content that we had, all the PowerPoints that we were using, all the videos, all the step action guides, all those things have really transformed into an interactive course that people can then register and take. And the final thing that we've seen throughout using this, even when we were using it for onboarding, not just customer-facing training, we've seen people give it rave reviews. Our participants are really happy with the process. It's a really smooth, easy-to-use tool. They're not having to learn to do anything. And also our trainers love it. So when we started the certification programs a year ago, our team was about 4 people, and we're now at 7. Every time we hire a new person or a new person joins our team, they always love using the tool. Everybody in L&D has a different background from different tools that you've used, whether it's Adobe Captivate or Articulate tools or Adobe products, different things. You've used different tools and you have expertise in those tools, but what if you're coming to an organization and you have a new tool to use? Switching from Captivate to something like Articulate can be pretty challenging, especially if you have younger people who are entering the learning and development space and aren't familiar with these tools. Learning them is a lot of overhead, takes a lot of time. You can spend months learning a tool before you can actually create a program in it and start training people. Something that was really great about Mindflash was we were able to sign up and spin out a course within moments. It's so easy to use, and also the reporting that it gives us is really beneficial to our teams. We can see where people are slipping up on the questions and even where we've slipped up. So one thing that it lets us see is look at a quiz from a holistic point of view and see how all of the participants are doing on it and which questions people are getting wrong on a consistent basis, so that we can go back and evaluate those questions and see if maybe the wording is confusing or something like that. So it's brought us a lot of value, and we love using the tool, and it's really helped grow our team and our customer base and our certification programs really easily. So that's kind of it on my end. Thank you, Randhir.
Thanks so much, Natalie. So, as Natalie mentioned, some of the key things that they were looking for is a solution that worked with the distributed team, provided a consistent training experience for this distributed team, that leveraged the existing material and was quick to get started for the trainers as well as the trainees. We find that about 63% of all the folks who publish a course on Mindflash are doing so within a day, on the same day as they open a Mindflash account. And as Natalie pointed out, with some of the other learning management systems, you could have weeks or even months of a learning curve before you can publish your first course. So it's very easy and quick to leverage your existing material and to get started. Before I dive into the live demo, what I want to do was for the folks who are not familiar with Mindflash, I think we have about 80% of people on today's webinar who don't use Mindflash. So I just want to give you a brief overview on the top 3 benefits of using Mindflash. The first one is that it's very easy to build engaging courses with the content you already have. We support PowerPoint, Word, PDF, and video files, and you just upload those files and get started. You can add narration over the slides, so you add your own voice to your training. You can create interactive quizzes to promote engagement and still get started on the same day that you open your account. So um, we know that we have a lot of people with different learning styles, whether some people learn by listening, some people by seeing, some people by doing, etc. And Mindflash allows you to engage people in with as many of those different elements as possible to promote learning. On the efficiency front, Mindflash can make training more efficient by handling many of the administrative tasks, including inviting trainees, reminding them to complete the course, scoring quizzes, generating and distributing certificates, etc. This is especially painful when you have a small learning and development team like Natalie had at Yammer, but is also true when you don't have a dedicated trainer and you have subject matter experts who are doing the training, but also have to take on these administrative tasks. So Mindflash helps to make that training more efficient by taking on those tasks and doing it efficiently. And finally, Mindflash can help you track your training effectiveness by providing insightful reports that make it easy to correlate a trainee's performance with business impact. Of course, we provide some basic reporting that helps you figure out how many people from those that you invited have started the course, are in the course, have completed the course, and what their quiz scores were. But more than that, we are interested in helping you correlate the business impact of training. As an example, we have a customer who was able to correlate that some resellers that they were training on selling their product were able to raise sales or increase sales between 200 and 400% after being certified on their product through the Mindflash training relative to their sales before they passed the course. And you aren't going to go with some new kid on the block for your training solutions. Mindflash has been around and now has over 1,000 customers across the world, from people like Yammer and Natalie to Microsoft, McDonald's, Four Seasons, and hundreds of smaller and medium-sized companies are all using Mindflash to deliver tens of thousands of courses every week. In the live demo, we'll cover a few things. One is how to invite people from Yammer, how to post courses to Yammer, and how Mindflash can be a complete solution, whether you have all your people on Yammer or not. As long as they have an email address, you can have them take the same course as well. If your folks are on Yammer, then there's a nice seamless single sign-on between the two, so there are no additional accounts to remember and passwords to forget. We encourage social learning through posting your courses and course completions on Yammer to encourage other people to take the course as well. And we encourage live conversations in Yammer groups. So you can have a conversation with your other trainees, your peers, as well as with your instructor. So I'm going to switch to the demo at this point. Now I am signed into my test Yammer account here. So I'm signed in as Alice Trainer, and since I am signed in here, I come to my Mindflash portal, and instead of having another email address and password, I can just log in with my Yammer account. And since I am already logged into Yammer here, I'm taken right into my account. Okay, since we have a lot of people who aren't familiar with Mindflash, I do want to cover how a course is created before getting into some of the Yammer specific functions. So I would just click on a new course and upload files here, and the files would get shown here. So I can add multiple files of PowerPoint, video, YouTube videos, Word documents, PDFs, etc. I can then add multiple quizzes to not only test my trainees' comprehension, but also to engage them with the course, so which enhances learning. And at the end of the course, I can get feedback from my trainees on what went well and what we can do better. I can also attach any handouts that will be available to them after the course. These are typically PDF documents or maybe the PowerPoint file itself. So I'm going to skip back to the dashboard and pick a course that I already created. And this one is using Mindflash. So you can see this here. And I have the course here, and I have my PowerPoint file that you can see here. I can skip through the, get a preview of the file here. And you see my PowerPoint file here. You see the two quizzes that I created here. I didn't create a survey, but I could put it here. And here's the PowerPoint file attached as a handout itself. Now, if I want to now distribute the course, I can invite people from Yammer by clicking on the little Yammer icon. And right here are all the people in my Yammer account. So I can invite any of them into the course. I can also invite people by group. These are the different groups that we have in our account, and invite people there. Now you'll notice that I have already been invited, but I can invite Richard by just clicking on that button. So these people would now get a message directly in their in the Yammer inbox. So if I were to go to an inbox, I would get a message that says something like this: I've enrolled you in the online course, and has a link that if I click on, I will get to take the course. So I'm going to close out of this, but the key thing is that all the people in your Yammer network are all available to you, including the groups. So it makes it very easy for you to invite people. If you want to invite people who are not on Yammer, you can invite them right here by entering their email address and name. And if you have a long list of people, you can invite them by uploading an Excel file. So we have a sample file that you can download, enter your information, and then upload it into Mindflash. And those people will now be invited into the course. There's another path. If you don't want to individually invite people, you can allow trainees to self-register. And I can just post a link to this course on my Yammer network. So I click that button, and I'm given a choice of customizing the message. So you'll see that here. So I customize my message, and I want to post it to my colleagues. I can also post it to a specific group. But if I post it here, the message has been posted. And now if I go back and refresh the page, there's the message that shows up for me along with the link. And if I click on this, I will be asked to sign up um, for the course. I click on Start Course, and I can then take this course. Right, I was already signed in, and so it's going to take me in there. So this covers inviting people who are on Yammer, individual folks who are not on Yammer that you might want to invite through their email address, and the upload via Excel to handle people who, if you have lots of people to invite, you can do that in a bulk manner through the Excel file. It also allows you to share the course or share the link on your intranet or on Yammer, and then people can self-register to take that course. Now, one other thing to note is we talked about the social learning, and when people complete the course, you'll start seeing messages like this. So Takir has, I just completed this course, and it shows the link and the thumbnail of the course that they completed. This provides a motivation for others to take the course and complete it, knowing that their colleagues will know and be notified that they have taken the course. We also see these, I'm just going back to the Yammer flow or the Yammer page here, and you see the groups that people have. You can also create a group for your subject matter. So for instance, it could be new hires or salespeople, and you can have them continue the discussion or answer questions that they may have about the course right in Yammer itself. So I'm going to go back to our PowerPoint right now and cover one other area, which is we talked about the different learning modalities, and we don't want to just show people how to do things and talk about it and quiz them on it, but we know that it really gets reinforced when they actually try it. So after showing the trainees how to do a task, add a link and get them to try it for themselves wherever possible. In Natalie's case, for instance, if she were explaining how to create a Yammer post, she could show with screenshots or videos how to do it. She could talk about it and then encourage you to click on the link and switch to it opens up the browser, and now you can type in here and actually create the post. So this way you not only learn about what to do, but you actually do it, and that reinforces the learning. So with that, it concludes our um, prepared part of the presentation, and we will move into questions. Thank you for joining us. If you have additional questions, especially on Mindflash, you can find us on our Get Satisfaction forum. You can find us on Twitter at Mindflash, and we also have email help@mindflash.com, as well as live chat between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific. We look forward to seeing you there. And the best way to really try out Mindflash is to create a free trial. There's no credit card required. You get 30 days, and you get all the features of the pro level for you to try the product out and make up your mind on whether we are the right solution for your training needs. And if you have any questions during that decision, please let us know. Thank you once again.